Right now, save 50 to 70% off at Banana Republic factory stores and online. And 60% off absolutely everything at Gap factory stores. Save even more with 40% off clearance at Gap factory stores. And at Banana Republic factory, all flannel shirts $19.99 and doorbuster scarves $9.99. This weekend only. Search our store locator for your nearest Gap factory and Banana Republic factory store, or shop us online.
This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and this is episode 958 of No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I love coaching people. If you're interested in my helping you, if you've listened to other shows and you're curious, reach out to me at Jeff Altman at thebiggamehunter.us. We'll schedule a time to speak. And by the way, if we're not connected on LinkedIn, send a connection request to me at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Tell me that you listen to the show. I love hearing from people who are fans and that I've helped. And as a matter of fact, once we're connected, if you'd write a recommendation for me, I'd really appreciate it. And now, today's show is one of those wonderful interview questions. Tell me about a time that you had to deal with failure. Hope you enjoy the show and hope you have a great weekend. The question for today is, well, it's a behavioral interview question. Tell me about a time you had to deal with failure. Now, when you hear this question, what they're trying to do is find out about grit, determination, tenacity, and being able to reflect on situations. You see, everything that you work on in life isn't going to work out. And it doesn't matter whether you answer this question, although it's ideal that you answer the question about the workplace and situations where you failed there, not to the tune of billions of dollars, obviously, but where you had a professional failure and what you learned from it and how you bounced back from it, taking that knowledge and taking the next step. Because they're trying to see tenacity, resilience, guts, courage, things along those lines. So as you talk about your answer, think about, well, there's a couple of different approaches to this. Sometimes the question is disguised. It's disguised that, tell me about how you turned the dream into reality. And then they'll follow up with, since you didn't completely make it happen, what did you learn from the incomplete on the course or the failure that you had when you tried to turn this dream into reality? Sometimes they'll just be direct with it. Tell me about a time you had to deal with failure, which is what I've titled this. Ultimately, what they're trying to do is learn from your resilience, learn from your failure, and how you've stepped up bigger going forward in order to be the success that you are today. Think about it, folks. Not everything you do works, and they're not looking to hire someone who's going to whine, complain, or moan, particularly those of you at a senior level. What they're looking for is someone who has had a failure. Not failing is a failure, according to Warren Buffett. So recognize that you can't sit there and go, I don't think I've ever failed at anything, because all that they'll judge about you is you've never taken a risk. Firms like risk takers, calculated risk takers, but firms like people who are willing to measure a risk and take action on it. And sometimes it won't work out. And particularly for you senior people, they want to know that you can pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and go from there, because they're being conditioned to believe that gritty people are the better individual to hire. Be prepared to talk about grit and determination. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here's a few ways to engage with me. First of all, I just want to say that I no longer do recruiting. I coach people to perform at a high level. So again, I no longer do recruiting. But if you visit my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us, look at the tabs on the top and you'll see a menu of choices for you. First of all, you can hire me to do a resume and or LinkedIn profile critique, interview preparation, helping you with a salary negotiation, answering your question, advising you about a decision you have to make about job offers. That's all there as an option. I can do a job search makeover with you where we critique everything you've been doing in your search up until that point and come up with alternatives. If you're relatively early in your search, we can do a complete coaching program where I work with you from beginning to end. It's in half-hour increments, so it doesn't take a lot of time in each session, and that's another way you can do it. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you listen to the show because I love hearing with folks who like the show and are interested in my help. Lastly, I also want to mention I've got a lot of information at thebiggamehunter.us, and at times it seems like it's too much. So you can look at the best of my material at JobSearchCoachingHQ.com, where I have curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read that'll help you find work more quickly. Again, that's JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, hope you have a great day. Take care.
Right now, save 50 to 70% off at Banana Republic factory stores and online. And 60% off absolutely everything at Gap factory stores. Save even more with 40% off clearance at Gap factory stores. And at Banana Republic factory, sweaters start at $19.99 and scarves start at $9.99. Hurry! Search our store locator for your nearest Gap factory and Banana Republic factory store, or shop us online. Right now, save 50 to 70% off at Banana Republic factory stores and online. And 60% off absolutely everything at Gap factory stores. Save even more with 40% off clearance at Gap factory stores. And at Banana Republic factory, all flannel shirts $19.99 and doorbuster scarves $9.99. This weekend only. Search our store locator for your nearest Gap factory and Banana Republic factory store, or shop us online.